Two things can be true at the same time. Kobe went home today, and both my girls are sad, but they're also very happy at the same time. And that right there, that lesson, that moment is one of my biggest lessons as a business owner, that two things can be true at the same time. Because here's what I know about us as women in corporate, as women running a business, is that we have been trained to think in or mentality. So I can be successful in business, or I can be a good mom. I can climb the corporate ladder, or I can be present for my family. I can be healthy, or I can enjoy my life. We say this out loud. We say it to ourselves. We say it in the mirror on the hardest days. And every single time that we say it, we are making ourselves choose a side, as if being fully one thing requires us to abandon the other. My girls are going to miss Kobe. Absolutely, no doubt. They are also relieved. They are relieved that they have their own timelines back. They are relieved that they have their own space back. They are relieved that they're not going to be nipped at the ankles or at their hands. They love that dog, for sure. And they are also so happy that he is going home. Both things at the same time, completely true. I was reading a study that was published by Applied Psychology. They looked at 246 entrepreneurs, and the majority of them were women who had been running a business for at least 2 years. The research found something that made me stop and think like, wow, this is really true. And that is that the entrepreneurs who were most likely to achieve their goals were not the ones who were laser focused only on the business. They were the ones who held a primary focus on themselves and their family, with the business running alongside them, not against them. So in other words, the ones who didn't use the or mentality were the high achievers. A holistic view didn't slow them down. It actually made them more resilient, more satisfied, and in fact, more likely to actually achieve their goals. I remember when I was in corporate thinking, I can climb the corporate ladder or I can build something on my own. I thought that having more time was what I needed, but that wasn't it. What I actually needed was to get more specific about my goals and then use the time I already had to move towards them. It was never a time problem, it was a clarity problem. And I had been using either or thinking to avoid that clarity. We make these false choices and then we defend them like they're facts, but they're not facts. They are fear wearing the costume of logic, and it almost feels responsible. And so I leave you with this. You can absolutely be running a profitable business right now. And it can also be true that you need to elevate your brand, that you need to elevate how people perceive you. Because if you don't, it means opportunities are passing you by every single day that you don't. And it's not because you're not good enough, but it's because nobody can see the way you need to be seen in order to be trusted more quickly. And that is what's possible with high quality photography. So where is that word or holding you back? Because you can run a profitable business and you can still need to elevate how you're showing up online. You can take your own photos with your iPhone, and you also know that your time is better used somewhere else. There's a better way to growing a business, and you don't have to do it alone. Let's connect.